And here we go, folks, into our next matchup. Our next matchup will be on Northern Fjords. Northern Fjords is a very open map in the spawns with that and a very low floor, very high ceiling, plenty of places to maneuver. Let's go into the ship callouts. I'll tell you what, Luharis, why don't you take this one?
Ooh, all four.
Yeah,
Wow.
take all four.
Oh wow, I feel very important now. Alright, ship number one, red team, got the Fancy. That's piloted by Dementio. It is a Mobula, got two arts on the bottom. No, an arc flamethrower on the bottom. A arc Gatling up top, and on top deck a Hades. Ship number two, the Democide, piloted by Sputnik. It is a Hades Lumberjack Flak longside, rear flare, and a Hawacha Carronade, the classic Metagallion. Ship number three, the Reborn, piloted by Sundstrom. It is a double art bottom, flare Gatling top, and a center Hades, the classic Skyborne meta. And ship number four, the Delorum Told Me To, piloted by Saldus Ducken. It is also a Lumberjack Hades flak, rear flare gun, and a a Carronade Hawacha.
Outstanding. So we have two very similar teams going at it here, as Reborn has already been balloon broken. Fancy Cloud Dancer's already up with a balloon break here, at least drawing first blood on a component, as the Fancy also balloon broken. Blue returning fire here. Both Mobulas suffering one balloon break. It looks like both sides are looking to focus each other's Mobula.
That's a good call. The Mobula tends to be a bit softer than Galleons.
That they are, especially because when you pop their balloon, if you've got a good lumber gunner on board, you pop that balloon, they've got no maneuverability, or very little, I should say. So popping their balloon would be a good call. Reborn moving up a little bit here. Is Fancy moving back? Fancy is moving back here. Looks like they might be moving for cover. Blue with an early aggressive advantage, despite being a sniping type of match. It has been so far maybe slight advantage for Blue. As I say that, of course, the Galleon loses the balloon, maybe losing the hull here very soon. A very unfortunate turn of events for the Galleon. They are switching fire left and right. However, Blue side staying with the Fancy. They are continuing to put shots into that balloon, not really picking up a hull break, though. No side with a hull break just yet. Flares, of course, going out to increase visibility. Of course, they're a little bit too far for that flare. Just a bit. They need to get a little closer to that cloud if they want visibility. However, it shouldn't be a problem. They've got the box. These are teams that probably don't need it, as the Galleon has been hull broken. And they have very little room to maneuver. They are right against the edge of the map. Not a good spot for the Delorum Told Me To.
Ooh, that heavy flak missed by a hair.
Yeah, but they're still hurting right now. That balloon is under 50%. That armor is under 50%. Not a good spot for them to be. Meanwhile, the Galleon moving up. The Blue Galleon moving up right now. They are deciding they want a closer range combat here. They might be drawing fire for the Mobula to move up, though. Don't know just yet. Yes, Mobula is moving up here. Reborn is moving up. They're going to try to move up on the Democide.
One thing they're doing is trying to split up their sniper ships. This way, red can't easily transition between one target and another target.
Yes.
Whereas blue being split up, they can easily hit either ship. So that gives a bit of an advantage, I think.
However, these are both teams that have seen this strategy employed many, many times before. They know the drill. Of course, as red, you can also use that hard cover to block shots from, like, say, what they're doing right now. They've got hard cover against the Reborn, and they can put shots into the Galleon. So there's some positives and some negatives to the strategy for both blue and red. Let's see which side is going to take advantage of this hard cover best, as the Fancy is targeted currently by blue. The Galleon was hull broken, but no follow-up. Very unfortunate. Red did not catch that in time.
The Fancy might see a balloon and hull break here. Both
Fancy is in trouble, you're right. No, not quite. Engineers are taking care of problems right now on the Fancy. However, we could have a hull break, and just as you called, a double hull and balloon right there. Just as you called, they are dropping like a rock right now. They're almost dead. Hades going out. The Artemis picks it up.
Nice.
Was that the Artemis? Yes, that was the Artemis from the Reborn. 1-0, blue with first blood. Rip all of the coin flips.
Oh, I'm sad now. I had a dream.
Democide realizing that discretion might be the better part of valor. They have decided to move away. And Democide not in any danger right now. I mean, they've got enough distance where they can kind of not have much problem. They're going to get maybe a gun or two sniped out. Not a big problem. The big problem is going to be if they get their engines sniped out. And so far, no danger of that. Fancy has respawned. So we are back in the engagement as all sides have full perma-hull. No, I take that back. Remember, the Delorum actually has 50% perma. But Red back at full perma. Fancy, meanwhile, getting lit up here. Hades reigning true from the Reborn.
They're on spots right now, so these shots are flying wild.
Yeah, they are currently in red spawn right now. At least red is. Blue is approaching red spawn. Let's take a look at the Reborn right here. Reborn is taking a pounding right here. I'll say this much. Reborn has done an outstanding job so far. They have controlled... It looks like they might be the shot callers right now in this match. Reborn has absolutely controlled every bit of this engagement, and of course the Galleon putting out those wonderful flaks earlier. And of course the Lumberjack, basically all of the guns on blue side reigning true. Meanwhile, red finally starting to get some good shots in on the Galleon. Galleon going full reverse right now. That appears to be a stamina reverse, maybe? With a touch of moonshine? Yes, that was with a touch of moonshine. Moonshine, of course, gives that great acceleration. So giving that little touch of moonshine to get the acceleration, then going top speed, helped them evade those shots. Many shots going out right now. Not a whole lot of action. Not a whole lot of action, but that's okay. We are waiting for that hull break. Once we see that hull break, this action will pick up very quickly. Or possibly a balloon break. As you mentioned before, Luharis, you got that double balloon hull break and action picked up in a hurry when the Fancy went down, which leads us to where we're at right now, 1-0 in favor.
Once you lose a component, you've taken a engineer off a gun. So the moment the component goes down, you've automatically lost your or losing firefights. That's one less part of the shot going out.
Yeah, and these Hades right now are missing a bit here. It looks like both Hades gunners are trying to get shots in on their respective modulas. Now the Reborn has decided, screw that, we're going for the Democide, an easier target to hit. Right now, the Galleon on blue is not doing a whole lot. It's been all Reborn just trying to 1v2. They might be trying for tactics here. I'm not sure what blue's doing unless they're going to go where the Galleon is. This has been just stall tactics, it feels like, from the Reborn.
Well, again, blue isn't in any rush or do anything. Blue's comfortable sitting at a lead. They can let red play aggressively.
But they can't stall too much, because if red picks up both kills, then it's gonna... the tables will flip on them. That Galleon's still sitting in cover. Oh, now he's going to come out of cover. Democide moving up. Looks like we may get the action we were looking for here as Democide charging hard. Balloon break on the Democide. Let's keep a look on the Democide. Let's see what's going on. There's a hull break right there as well. A very bad spot for a Galleon to be. A huge hitbox to work with.
Ooh,
flax going out. Yes, good flax going out. And the Democide, however, they get that. No, they did not get the balloon back up. They did get the armor back up. Quick enough. So Democide eats about 50% permahull right there. Democide still in trouble, though. Democide's down to about, oh, there's 11 stacks of fire on that hull as well. That could be a hull break any moment. We'll keep the action right there as the Galleons are looking to duel it out here, and the Mobula is also looking to duel it out. Hull break on the Democide. Blue looking to make it 2-0 here. Balloon break on the other Galleon. Both Galleons are hurting. Both Galleons with balloon break. Delorum's been hull broken. Flax going out. Do they catch? Yes, they catch. Oh, just clipped him at the bottom too. 1-1 all tied up. This is why Reborn didn't want to wait too long. If you rest on your laurels, and then that happens. If it goes 2-1, the tables have flipped. However, Reborn winning their 1v1 right now over the Fancy. Democide needs to help in a hurry.
Hull
break on the Fancy. Shots going into the perma hull of the Fancy. They've lost about 15-20% perma. Let's call it 30% perma now, as the Reborn moving in very quickly, very aggressively.
Looks like a
Democide with a lumber going in. Oh, this could be a ram kill here. They do pick up the ram kill. 2-1 in favor of Reborn. Excuse me, Skyborne, as the flak's raining down on the Reborn. Democide trying to pick up a quick one. They may pick it up here. Reborn is in red spawn. They are going to pick it up here. There it is. 2-2 all tied up. A costly engagement for Skyborne. However, they do still have the tiebreaker in their back pocket with 10 minutes to go. So not a huge loss, but they are losing ground. They only have the tiebreaker in their back pocket right now.
They also have perma advantage.
Yes, they do have perma advantage. They have a 50% perma advantage. However, again, the tiebreaker is the main thing. They need to make sure they preserve that tiebreaker. In a match like this, we could see a timer victory, which means that first blood advantage is going to be very crucial. Democide, of course. You see Spudnik piloting the Democide right here. Spudnik, of course, a veteran of Sunday Community Skirmish and lots of tournaments, as well as all of the crew of the ship. You see them very often here in Sunday Community Skirmish. You know they know what to do when there's a low perma hull. So we're about to see some exciting action here as the Fancy is getting targeted by blue. Skyborne raining Hades down on the Fancy from both ships, connecting a little bit into the balloon right now, and a little bit into the hull as well. So far, so good for blue as they turn their attention to the Democide. Skyborne realizing maybe we should take out the Galleon with 50% perma as they are stage 2. Actually, almost stage 2. Technically, they're a sliver over stage 2. Let's take a look at the Reborn right here, as the Reborn has been balloon broken. Not great, because they're going to lose arcs on the Democide. Not a good spot for them, and of course, they're going to be a little low for the Fancy. They need to rise up a little bit. They should have it right about there, that they do. And the Galleon's going to shield a little bit for them, too. A good job by the Galleon, trying to get a little bit of a shield out. In fact, let's take a look at this from Blue's perspective as the Reborn now gets aggressive. Fancy's been balloon broken, but it's right back up. Lumber's raining down on the Reborn. This could be a double-double. Hull break, balloon break. Do we get it? No, just the balloon. Hull NG doing his job right there on the Reborn. Are they going to pick up? Oh, they do pick it up right there. There's the hull break. However, the heavy flak had to pick up the hull break with the last heavy flak shot, so they're not going to be able to do much perma-hull damage there. Only about 25% perma-hull damage. And, of course, the blue Galleon shielding just a little bit for the Reborn. A good job with teamwork right there by the Galleon. Galleon is balloon broken, though. And let's take a look at the Galleon. The Delorum told me to, hovering very closely over the environment. A very bad spot for them to be if they get balloon broken and grind into the ground. That could be a very bad spot for them. You know Red will pounce on that. They are balloon broken again. In fact, let's focus on blue right now. Let's focus on the Galleon. They are grinding on the ground just a bit.
They do have the hull armor, though, to sustain it.
That they do. They do have the armor to sustain it. However, they are going to be out of action for just a little bit, as they will not have arcs as the Democide. Let's take a look at this from the red side, as the Democide, of course, putting shots in. Their Lumberjack Gunner is doing a fantastic job in controlling the engagement so far. Fancy is getting lit into, however, the balloon goes down on the Fancy. Blue trying to reassert its dominance in terms of vertical mobility. Shots still running out as the Reborn has been balloon broken. Could they be hull broken? Yes, they are hull broken. The Reborn has been hull broken. Oh, a flak. 2 flaks go into the hole, and there they go. 3-2 in favor of red. Forget that first blood advantage. Now red has the lead. Galleon is pinned down right now. They should get the Mobula up before they can do anything, though. Red is pushing, though. Democide splitting off to the right. Fancy splitting left. They're going to split fire this. Reborn spawns in. Trying to get the balloon popped up the Democide. They do. Return fire with the flak on the Delorum. Trying to get good shots in. There's the Lumber right there. Lumber going into the Delorum. They do pop him. Looks like we got a bit of a Galleon fight going on right here between the Democide and the Delorum. Meanwhile, Let's back it up right here. Is the Reborn and the Fancy going at each other right now. This push by the Fancy, I'm not sure if I like this. This is hyper aggressive right now by the Fancy. If they do pick it up though, you might call it GG. It'll be 4-2. However, Fancy could get caught by the Galleon if they're not careful. They need to keep one eye on him at all times.
Well, Reborn is taking hull damage here.
That they are. If the Democide can keep the Delorum pinned down, they should be able to do something with this. As the Reborn, Hullbroken, they might actually pay this off. Delorum not even turning for the Fancy. The 1v1 being won by the Fancy, a turnabout from earlier in the match, as the Reborn early in the match was winning the 1v1. Now Fancy is winning it. 5 minutes left in the match.
There's some very nice heavy shots by Red.
Let's look at this. Actually, from Reborn's side, Reborn is in trouble right now. They've got 3 guns down. That Hades was down. Now it's back up.
Looks like the Galleon's back in play, though.
Galleon's back in play. This is the one thing the Fancy did not want. They did not want the Fancy back in the picture. Excuse me, they did not want the Delorum back in the picture. Fancy has to retreat. They're Hullbroken. This is why I said this was a bad push, and there they go. 3-3. That's why I said it was a bad push, folks. That was too aggressive. They had to pick up the Reborn fast, or else that could come back to haunt them. And indeed it has. 3-3. Now the first kill advantage back in play. Skyborne back in the driver's seat as they are trying to pick up the Democide very quickly. Shots going into the Delorum, trying to balloon break them. Reborn at low perma. Democide, let's take a look at them as they are almost balloon broken here. That Hades is down. That could be devastating for the Red Galleon. Fancy back in the picture. They got to move fast. Let's get a timer check right now.
3 minutes 45. There's your timer check.
Thank you very much. Let's make sure we get a 2-minute warning out for everybody once that happens. Make sure to type that out for everybody. 2-minute warning when it happens. And we should have the Reborn back in play here any minute. Fancy getting lit into. The good news for Red, though, they do have a bit of perma-hull advantage. Reborn down to about 15-20% perma. Let's call it 15. Democide at 50%. The Fancy at 100%. The Delorum at about 90%. Shots going into the Reborn. Looks like they are going to try to finish what the Fancy started. Red trying to light up the Reborn. Let's keep an eye on the Reborn right here as they are getting lit up. That balloon is low. Very low. The Galleon trying to shield for them, not able to do so. Reborn is very low. Very, very low. They're hanging on by a thread.
Look, this is an active engagement. I don't think time will come into play here.
And the Galleon, Blue Galleon has been balloon broken here. That's going to shift focus fire most likely back to the Reborn very quickly. No, they're going to stay on the Galleon. They're going to stay on the Galleon. They're going to put rounds into him here. They got the hull break. They got the balloon break. They've got an open. They got an open hitbox to work with. Oh, no flak. I believe the flak picked up the hull break itself. They are camping that hole hard. They've got 2 engineers up top from what I can tell. We will check that a little bit later as the Fancy has been hull broken. We'll switch to the Fancy. They are also balloon broken. Shot going into the tail of the Fancy. It was still perma-hull though for them. What is Red going to do here? What is Blue going to do here? 2-minute warning at this point. Blue has first kill advantage. Here we go, folks. The active engagement is in play. We should not have a problem. If we do not have 5 kills on the board, overtime should be a thing. Reborn has been hull broken. Excuse me, they've been balloon broken, not hull broken. Shots going out into the Reborn. Flak trying to pick up a cheap one. Not able to do so. They switch back over to the Delorum. Shots going into the Fancy. Fancy almost balloon broken. Fancy should be balloon broken. There they are. Fancy, of course, not bringing that drogue shoe. Delorum is hull broken. Oh, they are low on perma, no balloon, no armor. That huge hitbox, that is an open hitbox for them to work with. They will not pick it up, though, but they are hurting. 120 to overtime. There's another hull break right there. They're putting shots into Delorum. Delorum looking to get out of the engagement. They have Democide looking to put some cheap pot shots in there as the Fancy has been hull broken. Reborn looking to stall. 1 minute until overtime. This is very dangerous for Blue to go into that crevice. At this point, if you're Blue, I hate to say it, but if you're Blue, you gotta play the timer. With these perma-hulls, Red has the advantage. They do have, Blue does have the first kill advantage in their favor. Reborn is making a break for cover.
Team not trying to end engagement.
They're trying to end engagement. They will not end engagement as the Galleon is now in the engagement. They're trying to break. This could be a mistake by Blue here. Blue not getting enough cover here. The engagement is still in play as they're trying to pop the Reborn. The Galleon is balloon broken and almost armor broken. Reborn getting lit up right now. Blue trying to play the timer. They are desperately trying to play the timer with 15 seconds left to go. You know they are looking for cover right now.
How did they get it?
5 seconds. They will not get cover before overtime, though. They will not get cover before overtime. Are they going to get picked up? They're low perma, or excuse me, low perma, low armor. Oh, they do get picked up, and that's the end of the engagement. That's the end of the engagement. No, it's not the end of the engagement. It's not the end of the engagement. DeLorme gets shots in
Was it
before.
kill before overtime expired?
Yes,
Oh, no.
but that's not the rule right now. It's still the active engagement rule. DeLorme gets hull broken. No, they are just balloon broken. They're almost hull broken. They are hull broken, and they are picked up. My goodness. Excitement right as the overtime horn sounded. 5-3 in favor of the Fancy Cloud Dancers.
You know, I'm happy there wasn't a coin flip. That was awesome.
That was an outstanding end of the match. Well played, both sides.